ladies and gentlemen, today I am joined with the one and only legendary It's Just Ian to talk about every character in the game that we really need to see have an Omicron slapped on them. What's going on, Ian?
What's going on, Cubs? How are we doing? It's been a long freaking time, man.
I don't know why we've waited this long to do a video together.
I'm just busy, dude. I'm a busy man selling suits these days.
Wait, you sell suits for a living?
Yeah, I sell suits now, baby.
That's
if you guys need a
really
suit,
classy.
hit me up in the DMs. I could actually order somebody a suit if they need it.
Now I know why Ian decided to come on my channel today. He actually wants you guys
I'll
to
advertise.
buy his
I've done it
suits.
before in Discord servers. I am on commission, so I gotta sell.
Okay, everybody, don't subscribe to Ian anymore. Buy suits from Ian. Hashtag
Please.
suits from Ian. All right, so we're showing Count Dooku here first. We got 10 characters here. We're gonna talk about that we want to see have Omicrons added to them, and Separatist kind of came to the top here. Dooku, obviously a really good character, and I think he's worthy of becoming a GL killer, and an Omicron could do this. What do you think about an Omicron on Dooku?
Yeah, I mean, I think an Omicron this guy be pretty nuts. In terms of other characters we've had in the past, besides the Star Killer requirements, all of those other characters are pretty lackluster. Dooku, though, is not even that lackluster in my opinion. But yeah. in terms of Omicrons, they usually slap it on top of a Zeta, right? So in this guy's kit, I think it's going to be his unique. They can do a lot of stuff on a unique on Dooku, man. I mean, he's already got that counterattack, the extra, what's it called? The protection recovery. He's got the extra critical hit immunity. So he can do, if they wanted to at least, they could out on something super awesome in terms of the counter, maybe some more damage or whatever it may be. But yeah, man, I think already, what is his relic 8 for? Like a GL, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, get a Relic 8 Dooku. You don't even have to have that great of mods on, and mine's already hitting for like 80k on one of his Force Lightnings. Just imagine what more we could get with like better mods and all that sort of stuff. I love Dooku, man. He's a good character.
All right, Dooku, number 1. Number 2, we got Talzin, and you could pretty much put any Night Sister in here. Probably, I just think that we'd really like to see that Night Sister faction get a nice little boost. I mean, they're still scary. Like if you go up against, and I find this out. I don't know about you, Ian. But I always remember how scary a Night Sister team is when I end up on the back wall, thin roster, and I don't have an optimal team to take against them, and then they just wreck you, right? But that's only there's so many teams. Well, there's so many teams now that can beat them that doesn't happen nearly as much as it used to.
I was gonna say, dude. I was gonna say, man.
No, I mean, like if you like get to the deep part of your roster and you do have to go up against a Night Sister team, if you don't have an optimal team for them, it sucks.
I suppose I've never ran into that in like the last 2 years playing this game, but
wow!
I can understand.
Oh wow! Look at this guy! Wow!
Are you gonna look me in the eyes right
He's
now
so good.
and tell me on your 7 to 8 million GP account that you have struggled against Night Sisters in the last 2 years of playing this game?
There have been moments where I have dumped my whole roster on a GAC. And I don't have good teams left. I can see if
there's like a nest in there, but if it's just a full-on Night Sister team, I don't know, man. That's a little sus, buddy.
How many GP? How much your GP you got?
I'm 7.7 right now.
I don't know, dude. I mean, you know what? You're probably just a much better GAC player than me. But every once
I've
in a while,
lost 4 rounds so far. I suck. Well,
you've got harder competition too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fighting people from like Wolfpack and COD and all that. Yeah, it's fun, but
yeah.
Anyways,
I'm not saying it's a common occurrence. I'm just saying that if you don't have a good team.
Shut up, Cubs. Talzin would be awesome with an Omicron. I totally agree.
That's what we're really trying to get at here.
Yeah. Is it the leadership or is it the unique?
Well, her leadership ability has a lot of great things in it. That's going to give you, well, I guess Asajj and Talzin give you that 30 speed.
Yeah.
But that's where you spread the plague. And then her unique ability is where you inflict it on a random enemy. So
see, now I would rather an Omicron on the unique here. Yeah. I think that would be actually the better place to put an Omicron.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great one.
What if they put it on dark magic and made it unresistible? Like it's just no matter what you're putting it down.
Dude, the fat AoE. I like it. I like the way you think, Cubs.
All right. Ian never struggled against Night Sisters a day in his life. Okay, Lando Calrissian. How about, and look at this. Lando's so good in my roster. I've got a missing mod on my Lando that I prioritize somewhere else. Look, I think there's stuff you could do in the leader, maybe in the unique, but I think we should bring Double Down back to its former glory. I mean, do you remember the days when Double Down, it used to be just a ticking time bomb?
Yep. I remember like way back in the day, I started playing back in 2015 when it was just a first year in the game, man. This guy, I got him unlocked. I got him like gear 7, 8. He was just popping fools with his AoE. And I would actually like this to, what does it say on the cooldown? Like it's a 3-turn cooldown, I know, but is it like reset once he crits more than twice or more than once?
If he gets more than one crit, then the cooldown resets on it.
Yeah, I mean, that is already pretty good. I think what's missing here is like the damage. The damage I think has been missing since like, he's way old. The damage has just kind of been over the years just kind of diminishing. But I feel like if they were to add an Omicron here for more damage, or maybe something with know, like debuff. Yeah, true damage too would be pretty cool. Like I don't know, like there's a lot they could do here.
Unavoidable damage,
true damage.
Maybe
true damage is a pretty big thing.
Add some days on that too, or something like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be pretty sick.
Well, I mean, looking at like the Bad Batch, for example, right now, that true damage you get with their defense up, man, that is something else. So like imagine if, since he is a rebel fighter, what if we see some like, Omicron Landos doing true damage on those double downs, man? That'd be pretty nuts. It'd be kind of scary.
Yeah.
So
all right.
A lot of potential.
All right, next up, Princess Leia. Now we probably wouldn't get Lando and Leia, but I might even lean towards Leia being the one I want to see more. We just have not seen Leia really. I mean, ever since the very beginning of this game, we haven't seen Leia be good at anything. And I think what the best part of her kit, arguably, is her basic ability, or at least it used to be, because you have that triple tap, and they reworked her, gave it more of a chance to hit that triple tap. And in the very early parts of the game, I mean, that triple tap used to be devastating if you hit it. But now it's just like, it's worse than the Culling Blade. And so what if we took this basic even and just made that actually terrifying again?
I liked it. What does it say? Each attack has a 50% chance to grant 10% TM. Why not make that a guaranteed TM gain there? And then what if, there's even more chances to attack and just more times or more opportunities of feeding TM to the rebels? I mean, I know we have this whole CLS rebel team, and I know that this character is not a rebel fighter, but I feel like there could be something here with a bit more TM gain to the rebel team with CLS, because right now, that fifth in a CLS team is a 3PO, and you don't always need him, especially like in GAC where you might want to save him, or if you're fighting a Jango team, Jango gets a damage immunity, cannot like work with 3PO. So like, what if this chick comes with an Omicron on her basic and she just gives out some more TM to the rebel allies? I mean, just something to think about, man. Just something very simple here.
And more damage as well. I mean, what if you kind of borrowed some ideas from Double Down and just had every extra tap do more damage? So anyway, restore Leia to her former glory. Let's go. Nest! I don't know if I'm going to get much love for this one, because Nest still can be pretty terrifying to deal with. But let's talk about fighting instinct. I mean, all of this counter chance, ignoring the taunt, the crit. Or sorry, her. I'm sorry, guys.
If Clash DOE was watching, he would be very, very disappointed in you, Cubs fan, Han.
I'm sorry. Whenever Nest is damaged by an attack, she gains 30% crit chance, 40% bonus protection. I don't know if you mess anything with the bonus protection, but I think there's a lot of stuff you could do in here still.
Yeah, I mean, definitely would want this on a unique. Counter chance, maybe on Omicron makes it 100% counter chance. Ignores taunts already pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like in a lot of these, if they were to just add the true damage little line, they would totally transform this. Maybe they wanted to do something like this for this one too, but the already as is bonus protection regain is already disgusting. It's really good. It's very, very strong. Maybe
I don't even know if she needs an Omicron. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, maybe in this one, just adding in a bit more of that little crit damage and stacking up faster, because typically you can potentially time out on certain teams using your Nest if you don't have like the right mods or relics, because it's 2% over time, and whenever an enemy loses a buff, that can take a little bit of a like a timeout kind of a.
If they did an Omicron, I'd want it to. I probably wouldn't want it to tweak any of that stuff though. Any of that health recovery, the stuff
Yeah.
that makes her more of a timeout character. I'd want to see it more address kind of the AOE damage, maybe the chance of landing days, stuff like that. All right, Karth. How about Karth, my man?
All right, dude. I actually would love a Karth one. I've always pretty much said this in terms of a Karth and Old Republic team. I've never been a fan of them. I got him Gear 12.
Yeah.
Besides Jahani, I don't even know what my Jahani is, but everybody else is Gear 12. And I haven't used them in actually pretty much since the day I got him Gear 12 for the event of getting whoever it was, Revan or Malik. So honestly, this is one I can easily see getting one. It's similar to the Phoenix faction, the Phoenix one we just got with Hera for TW, and this one I can see for either TW or GAC. Hopefully not for TB, because TB Omicrons are very, very stupid. But I can easily see this guy getting a leadership Omicron with whatever they want to do. I mean, right now, it's very old. You just get some more of the extra healing, protection, and health recovery. You get some more, what is it called? The potency, tenacity, and critical avoidance.
Yeah.
But man, that is just not nearly enough. I feel like if they wanted to do anything here, maybe increase that percent, maybe 60, 70%, like something crazy, right? And then more recovery. And then maybe right here for the extra assists and all that sort of stuff, adding in some true damage to it, making it a bit of a Bad Batch team, but even more recovery and more of that critical avoidance. So this one, I think, with Karth is easily one I can see coming down the line for an Old Republic team. So I like that idea actually a lot.
Pretty cool. We're all about that true damage life, if you guys can't tell.
Well, right now, ever since the changes of defense, oh yeah.
Jinner, so. Look.
This is yours.
Chirrut and Baze used to be an absolute terror in this game, right? I mean, think about the Chase meta. But they were never in the team that they were meant to be in as that scary force, right? It was always Rex, Chirrut, and Baze with like Nihilus, Kenobi, stuff like that, the old days of the Triple Cleanse. And so what if we utilized Jin's leadership ability somehow, popped an Omicron on it, and made this Rogue One team a thing? Like, they've never really actually been a thing other than for that Territory Battles mission, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
So the Zeta lead, all it adds is 5% protection whenever they gain a buff.
Yeah.
It's not even a Zeta. That should be like not even an Omicron or not even Omega. That should just be like a purple mat right there.
In fairness, there are a lot of buffs going around, especially when Chirrut flips them. But I mean, it's not, the team's too thin. It's too exposed, and it does not. I mean, there's so many ways to handle Chirrut and Baze now. It's just not a non-issue at this point.
Yeah.
So I think if you significantly ramped up that protection recovery, you could see some of those mechanics that Chirrut and Baze used to enjoy become actually more terrifying because of how quickly that protection recovery is. I think that would be the part of her leadership that I personally see some value in manipulating.
Yeah, I agree, man. Definitely needed.
All right, next up we have got Geonosian Spy. And my boy's losing it. He lost a mod. I did a remod recently. What if we did something to our Geos? Maybe not Spy. Maybe it'd be Brood Alpha. But I think Spy in particular. I mean, this Silent Strike. There's some things you could do to that to make it even more terrifying. I don't know,
man. I see Relic 5+ one-shotting some of my guys, and it's scary, dude.
Yeah.
But I'm not opposed to an Omicron Spy. I would actually like it to be on his unique. His unique is the one that gives him some more TM. I forget the amount, but
35%.
Is it 35? Let me pull it up. Yeah, 35%, man, is good. I'm not saying it's bad. If you think about it, every single time either a soldier goes, I don't think Sun Fac does, but like Poggle can apply debuffs on basics. Pretty much whenever they get their turns, he's getting a little bit of TM. But like imagine the Omicron was bumped up to maybe 50%. That just would be a little bit insane. Like literally, if they just did an extra 15% TM gain, that would transform this character even that much more so, because you're almost getting, what is the cooldown on his strike? Like 3? Yeah, you could probably get a silent strike 2 to 3 times before the enemy moves, and I think that's pretty insane.
That might be enough right there too, right? Instead of messing with silent strike, you mess with it by getting Spy more turns, therefore more silent strikes.
That's just how he works, man. It's just getting some debuffs. Yeah, he's a strong character. I would say right now in GAC, definitely in terms of like high relics, he is on my top 20 list. He's very strong in terms of damage.
I want him to be required for a GL so bad. I don't remember the last time that I relicked a character that wasn't needed for a GL. I'm just so behind on GLs, I feel like. Only have 3. And so I can't justify taking characters like Spy and Nest to relic.
Cubs,
So,
if you use the Executor counter, he is part of that. So it's not that much of a waste.
No, I'm not. I don't think it would be a waste. I would do it just for GAC.
There's just other characters that are above him, I'm guessing, right?
Well, yeah, I need to get Lord Vader. I need to get Sith
that's
Eternal.
right. You still need more GLs. That's right.
Yeah. I don't have all the GLs. We're putting Coruscant Underworld Police on this list, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you may think this is for the memes, and you may be right, but just let me tell you, this is a character in this game who has never been anything but a meme. What if, Ian, come with me here, what if we actually took Coruscant Underworld Police and made him legitimately good with the Omicron?
Okay, don't even look at his basic or special. Go straight to the unique. This is where the Omicron will be applied, all right? In addition, he gains 20% TM whenever he inflicts a negative status effect. Basic stuns him for 50% chance. Just all you gotta do, this guy would actually need a rework and an Omicron, make the stun happen every single time on a basic, and then on his unique, grant him 50% TM, and he's golden. Literally golden, man. He's actually almost...
That would not do enough. It'd have to do it for a whole team.
It's like better than Ayla at that point, and you can use him in any other Galactic Republic. He's not just tied with the Jedi.
I think he would need to give a buff to the entire Galactic Republic team that's with him, at least.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure.
For us to find a way. But look, we've got a Padme team that's kind of been carved out and left by the wayside. If he was a legitimate Galactic Republic option, he could bring Padme back.
He could. Yeah, he could.
We're probably
I'm not going to say, like, that'd be a super far-fetched idea, because right now, at least for me, I'm not using Padme at all. She's going in defense with my Rey. My JK goes with either JMK or I don't even know at this point, Qui-Gon. I don't know. But dude, I definitely think that could be a great Omicron on the unique. More TM gain is huge.
Dude, why not? My last I think my last 5 or 6 GACs, pretty much since the last reboot of GAC. I think I've used Padme once or twice. Almost every other time she just stays on my bench. I don't even find
I haven't used her on offense in about 3 different GA weeks.
Yeah.
Or seasons. So it's been a while.
Is next. I want to see valuable Tuscans, and I think this is something that what we might see actually instead of getting an Omicron is getting a new Tuscan from the Boba Fett show, which we won't give spoilers, but I think you guys can probably assume that there's Tuscans in the show. I don't think that's giving away too much.
No.
Yeah. So they might see him there, but if not, I mean, what if we actually had viable Tuscans in the game with Omicrons?
I like that idea a lot. Definitely before, thinking about this in like a CG type of way, they probably wouldn't give an Omicron to a 3-character Tuscan faction.
Yeah.
But let's say, down the line we get some more, and then, okay, we can add an Omicron. Then I can see this guy, because, his whole kit, you got, what is his first special? Some TM gain, 100% TM for Tuscans. I mean, that's already pretty awesome. And some speed up. And then his leadership, what is it, like 55 defense? Dude, that's pretty big too.
You know what I think that we need to add on the unique?
What?
What we need to add on the unique is turn meter gain.
There you go. What does it say? He gains offense up to 4 turns.
If there's one thing I've learned from you in this video, it's that you really there's something about that turn meter gain that gets your blood
Well, it's
flowing.
TM gain and the true damage. That's pretty hot, dude.
They need us to be designing these kits. We just be like, him, give him turn meter gain. And him, give him true damage. This guy, give him both turn meter gain and true damage.
Dude, I love it. Well, actually, in terms of this character, I didn't even notice that he gets an offense up whenever an enemy is stunned. Yeah. They could easily do something here, like whenever an enemy is stunned, then all Tuscan allies get either offense up or a bit of TM or whatever they want to do. Or if you hit a stunned enemy, then you get something there too. Playing the par with some of those contracts like the bounty hunters have. So they could do whatever they want. Look, I'm not CG. I'm not Mr. Crumb. Crumb never talks to me.
Tuscans are no joke. Tuscans are no joke in universe, and we saw a lot of them in Mando Season 2. We're seeing more of them in Book of Boba Fett. I think it's time for them to get a good, legitimate team. I think we're going to see that. It's going to be one of my number one predictions for the next couple months. I think we're going to see a legitimate Tuscan faction emerge from a couple characters joining us from Book of Boba Fett.
I'd love to see that. Okay.
All right, there's the list. Check it out, my friends. Let us know who you want to get Omicrons down in the comments below. Ian and I are going to be getting together. Tell us what we're doing on your channel.
We're going to be going over my top 10 list, rather, for hot characters in GAC. Like, must-haves. Non-GLs, no GLs. We're just talking about every team out there that's very strong and the most important character in that whole team. So that's
how many of those characters have turn meter gain and true damage?
Let's pull up the list. Hang on, give me a second. Let's see. 2.